While Rimuru's forces clash with the Eastern Empire in a brutal, chaotic storm of fire and steel, something far quieter, far more precise is unfolding elsewhere. High above the former beast kingdom of Eurazania, the Sky Palace rises into the sky, a colossal monument to ambition yet unfinished. Geld, the foreman, is gone, swept away by the tide of war, leaving the construction strained, incomplete, and in that exposed place, the unthinkable happens. Obela arrives. One of the three mystic leaders, she comes onto the palace's highest floor and drops to her knees before Milim Nava, not in weakness, but in calculation and in confession. The action reframes everything. In that single, impossible posture, hostility becomes a conversation. That is the first hinge of this story. Milim stayed behind. She chose guardianship over warfare. She watches the likely routes the Eastern Empire might use. She refuses to stain her hands with human blood. That restraint is not soft. It is precise. It is deadly in its own way. And when the unexpected guest kneels, Milim does what she always does. She measures the threat, and then she listens. Obela speaks, and her first words are not threats. They are context. She introduces herself as a former primordial angel and a servant of Veldanava. Her presence reframes time. She invokes bonds older than Milim's birth. Reverence follows. Suspicion yields a single breath. The scene shifts from imminent combat to cosmic revelation. "So what are you here for?" Milim asks, direct, unadorned. "To give you my formal greetings and a word of warning," Obela answers. That word, warning, becomes the loop we return to. Warning, but also confession. Obela is bound to Feldway, yet she refuses to strike at Rimuru. Her loyalty is fractured. Her confession cuts through allegiance like a scalpel. The news lands like a meteor. Velgrynd has fallen. Velgrynd is captured by Feldway. For a moment, the room tilts toward violence. Milim's first impulse is obvious. Tear across the battlefield, find Rimuru, fix it. Anger flares. It would be easy to give in to force. It would be easy to do what she calls violence. Obela stops that impulse with a single chilling phrase, "It is too late now." Not a lie, not an excuse, a fact. The remainder of the scene is not an argument about blame. It becomes a debrief of what the enemy intends and what that enemy is willing to risk. Feldway's true ambition is exposed. He does not aim for a throne or for territory alone. He wants revival. Veldanava, the Star King Dragon, returned. Obela calls that arrogance. She calls it a violation of divine will. She refuses. In her eyes, there are lines not to be crossed. Obela kneels again, but now as supplication and as allegiance. Your divine father will surely revive himself. If not, there must be a reason. She says this not to soothe Milim, but to stake a claim. Milim is central, not by lineage alone, but by consequence. Obela's judgment is clear. If the world will not pull Veldanava back, then Milim must be the reason. That conviction is dangerous. It is absolute. It is also binding. Milim acts with her usual bluntness. She laughs, but it is a laugh that masks gravity, and she accepts Obela. The mystic kneels and rises into a new role, inducted into Milim's Big Four. This is not ceremony. It is strategy. A seismic tilt occurs, quiet but irreversible. An ancient angel chooses a side. A new Big Four forms, poised to rival Rimuru's own elite. The balance of unseen powers shifts under our feet. But power brings complications. Obela's loyalty to Milim is total. She treats Milim's words as divine mandate. That devotion sharpens Milim's reach. It also shackles Obela. Her true body remains bound to the watch she was created for, monitoring Ivalage, the world destroyer dragon, a living desire to destroy all worlds. Ivalage sits behind seals set by Veldanava himself. It must not be released. This is not speculation. It is a duty. It is literal containment of annihilation. Feldway was once tasked to guard Ivalage. He abandoned that task. He chose resurrection instead. He builds an underworld gate. He prepares to flood a key world with mystics and insectors. He knows what opening that gate risks. He knows what may follow. He does it anyway. I'm almost convinced he doesn't care if he destroys the entire world in the process, Obela says. A man who expands a gate with his eyes on revival and little regard for the world beyond the barrel of his ambition. That is the axis of the threat. Milim responds the way she always does, direct, immediate. At this rate, the only solution is to go up to Feldway and kick his butt. No diplomacy, no pretense. She speaks and Midre is ready to follow. War wants to be simple. Strategy forbids that simplicity. Obela reins them in. She offers intelligence, not spectacle. She reports plainly, clinically, that Rimuru has intervened. Velgryn's power was stolen, yes. The operation is stalled. Feldway withdrew. Not a victory, not a reprieve, a pause, a line in the sand. So the meeting turns to containment. Milim issues orders that are surgical, not theatrical. Obela is to return to the Mystic Palace. She will observe Feldway. She will not be a guest. She will be an instrument. They establish a private magical channel between them, an unseen thread stretched across dimensions. It is intimate. It is practical. It is the new front line. The meeting ends quietly. The riot of the battle is elsewhere. The immediate violence did not occur. But the true danger, the seal broken, the gate expanded, the will to awaken a Star King dragon remains. Obela departs. She is tasked and bound. Milim feels the weight of what's coming with a clarity that is almost physical. This war is far from over. The headache has only just begun.